everybody, I am Sandra and I am the coach of Team BMW. Now I'm really excited about our presentation, but let's start slowly first, and I'd like to introduce our team. So our team consists of our lovely customer, Heiko, our great team lead, Daniel, and it was really a pleasure working for you, and together it was a great experience. And of course our lovely developers, Andreas, Boyan, Daniel, Mariana, Roshan, Sabvarshi, Sumit, and Yungshi. And I must admit that I'm really proud of what you have done in these past weeks, and I really wish you all the best for your presentation. So I hope you like it. Have fun.
Sorry for that. Thanks, Sandra, for the introduction. So I imagine that most of you have already heard of blockchain, and so does our client, BMW. But I also imagine that most of you think that blockchain is just a playground for cryptocurrencies, and how can we actually use that for corporate companies such as BMW? Well, today we're going to prove that actually that's possible. And how do we achieve that? Well, we are using blockchain, for solving problems with current supply chains composed by suppliers, logistics, and OEMs, in our case, BMW. So nowadays, current supply chains participants have different databases that are not consistent with each other, and that brings a lot of problems into place. These problems can be, for example, non-transparency, so any of the participants can input data on their own databases, and these data are not visible to the other parts. And that can increase fraud. So one of them can manipulate data and the other parts cannot know, and then decrease the trust in the entire system, and then it leads to lack of interoperability. So that's where our application PartChain comes in. We ally supply chain to blockchain, and we use main technologies of blockchain such as peer-to-peer networks, cryptography, and consensus algorithms. So how does that work? Our 3 participants can perform actions through our app, such as registering a part, issuing deliveries, or, for example, accepting deliveries, or issuing orderings, accepting deliveries, and query transactions. All these transactions are performed through the app and saved on the blockchain. And how do we achieve that? Well, our PartChain application have 3 different user interfaces. One for the supplier, one for the logistics, and one for BMW, the OEM. Every participant has different user functionalities through our app and different access rights. So all these 3 participants can perform actions on the blockchain, and these actions are securely recorded, and they are immutable on the blockchain. And everybody can track everything that was done previously in any of the transactions. And that brings a lot of benefits to the entire supply chain, such as make more efficient car recalls and much more efficient audits. So now we're going to show you a quick demo of how PartChain works and how we can solve the supply chain problems that I mentioned before.
Hi everybody, I'm Blockchain.
Hi everybody, I'm Daniel, employee of BMW, and want to register myself into the PartChain application.
Of course, Daniel, you're the boss. Here's your card. Please use it for identification.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Blockchain. I'm Sab. I'm the logistics guy. Can I be registered as well on PartChain?
Daniel, do you know this guy?
Yeah, I know him.
Of course. Here's your card.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Blockchain. I'm Yungxi, a supplier. Can I register at you?
Do you know her?
Yeah, I know her too.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
Yungshi, here's your card.
Yeah, thank you.
So I think we need some fog lamps for our brand new BMW 8 Series. So let's create an order. First of all, I select a supplier. Afterwards, I choose the date of unloading. So let's take tomorrow. So you have to hurry up a little bit. And I choose fog lamps here and increase to 2 because I need 2 fog lamps for a car. And now I can create the order. Blockchain, please notify the supplier.
Hey, Yungshi, you have an order from BMW.
Thank you, Blockchain. Yeah, here you can see I'm using the PartChain application as a supplier here. And in my dashboard, I can see how many do I have in my inventory. And here I go into my orders overview. And here I have requested the order from BMW. I shall just click on it, and here I can see what he requests. Okay, 2 fog lamps. I will just accept the order, and it's accepted. And I will check my inventory. Oh, sadly, I only have 1 here. I shall just register 1 real quick. Yeah. Just by scanning it, I hope, yeah, all the data are extracted from the data matrix, and I will register the part on my account on the blockchain.
Parts are important assets of a permissioned blockchain application. I'm responsible for part registration and updates. Everybody who's a part of our network, including LSP, OEM, and supplier, can see all the history of the parts. The part is registered, Yongxi.
Thank you, blockchain. And now I will just go into that order and scan all those 2 parts into the order so those can be shipped. Yes. And as you can see here, the orders are fulfilled. And now I will just select the logistic here and create the delivery. With this app, the participants involved in the supply chain can cooperate very easily.
Hey, Sap, you have a delivery to take care of.
Roger, Roger. Let's move. Hi, Yunxi.
Hi, Sep.
Where's my delivery?
I'm afraid it's still in the blockchain, mining the block. Just a second.
No props.
Okay, I think it's already in your
Okay,
delivery.
then.
Please check.
So we are at the home screen of the LSP. Let's go to the handovers page. Yeah, we see the new order. Let's get your parts scanned then. Nice. And done. Hey, blockchain, am I good to go?
Yeah, you are.
Nice.
You forgot my
Oh.
delivery.
Thank you, Yunxi.
No problem.
Always a pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah.
These guys never pay me enough. I guess if I switch one of these fog lamps with this fake part, nobody will know, and I can make some pretty good money. Let's do that. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Sap.
Here's your delivery.
Thanks. Let me just scan the parts. I go into my orders and handovers. And there I see the handover. Go in order items and click on plus to scan the parts. Now I can scan it. Oh, we have an error here. What happened, blockchain?
This is a transaction. It involves transfer of parts. This is exactly where smart contracts come in. Business logic that self-executes when a transaction is invoked. The exact business rules that are verified over here are if the order is authentic and if the parts are according to the order. I think a part is not authentic, Daniel.
You heard it. The part is not authentic. Can you please check it again?
I don't know what went wrong, boss. I might have mixed this part with another part. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Damn, got caught. Stealing was so much easier before. Hey, sorry for the mix-up.
Thanks. Now let me scan again. Success. And success. As you can see, I scanned all the fog lamps successfully. So I can accept the handover. Is everything all right, blockchain?
Yeah, it is. This is how we detect fraud and improve trust.
So now, if I look into my inventory, I see the fog lamps here. Can click on it and see the 2 specific fog lamps I just scanned. If I click into one fog lamp, I can see the history of this fog lamp. Oh, I chose the wrong one, sorry. This is more interesting because we also have a map here, and this we can see where this part has been registered. So if I click on it, I'm in Munich. Zoom out a little bit. And we are here. So the part was registered here, and the handover to me was in Garching here. This is the way how we increase transparency with punch-in application, everything is trackable and traceable.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed our live demo and get the feeling how our application helped in the supply chain of BMW. And what we have achieved so far is we have configured and deployed the permission blockchain under the Fabric framework, and we have defined 3 sets of user interfaces for 3 roles involved in the supply chain. As you already seen, the supplier, logistic, and BMW, which are fully connected to the blockchain with different access control. And we have written the business logic behind it, including the part and order delivery, order workflow with smart contract integrated. And we have did the notifications between different users. And we still have some open tasks. For example, the order history does not have real GPS connected. The locations that you just seen is synced with the every scans. And as a solution to current supply chain, we did face, and if it's going to be used for later industry use, we are going to be face a lot of challenges. For example, most of the companies involved in the supply chain does not get very familiar with the blockchain so far. So it's not easy to just transfer the data models to the assets on the blockchain. And as I mentioned, we're using the Fabric framework, and as blockchain is still very young technology, so the framework is not mature yet, in the sense that its major release was nearly 1 year ago, and the tool sets that we're using does not yet have a major release. So it's very unstable, and it's not easy for a student team to tackle within such a limited time. And as maybe some of you still think the blockchain is just playground for cryptocurrency, well, if you still think that way, you are very welcome to our booth after the presentation. We have passionate enough teammates to show you it's not only possible, but it's the future. Thank you very much. And I'd like to ask opinions from our customer, Heiko. Thank you.
Wow. I mean, as we don't have time to spell BMW in the right way, so I need to say wow and thank you. Do you know how complicated it is to develop such an application? Maybe you know it, but I need to point this out once again. And well, I really have to say thank you to the team. Thank you to the coach Sandra. Thank you to Daniel, which really supported this application on one hand, and together you decided and designed the application. And I'm very excited to see the result. And really, I didn't see the final presentation before, so I'm even more excited to see the presentation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.